is called chain of title. So it literally means that at every stage of production, you actually own the rights to make the film. So let me give you an analogy. The two of us have come up with an idea and we engage a writer to write the idea into a script. So the first ownership right that comes up from that is actually ours, right? But then all we had was only an idea. And like I said before, it's very, very hard to claim ownership over ideas, right? So that's why we call a writer or we engage a writer to write the idea in form of its script. But when the writer writes the idea, the writer that wrote the idea actually owns the IP because he is the one that fleshed out the ideas, that developed the character, wrote out the scenes and everything. You know, the writer has already invested his creativity into bringing our own idea into life. So what do we do in that case? We made the writer sign an agreement in form of a script writer's agreement, indicating the fact that we are the one that have engaged you to write this film. So regardless of the fact that you own the creativity in writing this script, we have commissioned you. So that's what we call a commissioned work. And when a work is commissioned, the intellectual property in that commissioned work is owned by the person that commissioned the work, meaning you have been hired to do the work. So the distributors, the streamers, they are very keen on ensuring that the script that you have made into a film actually belongs to you. So they will ask you that, okay, where's your writer's agreement? Because they know that there's copyright in that script and that copyright should be owned by you or transferred legally to you by the person that owns the film. So that's where the chase starts. Then also, when you now have this script, right, you bring people together, you bring people on board. You have the actors, you have the director, you have the cinematographer, you have all these people that have come together. We all know that film is a collaborative work, right? You bring your creativity, I bring mine. The actors bring their own performance. So all these people that have contributed to the production, they actually also have intellectual property in that production, right? That's the way intellectual property works. Once you use your creativity to create anything, you automatically become the author of that thing. So the actor that has performed, they actually own the IP in their performance. They own the IP in their image, right? So they actually have a right to claim some form of ownership over it. The director that has also used his creativity to bring this idea to life, that was the one that say, oh, party A cannot appear like this. Oh, if we use this location, it will not interpret the story the same way that we want people to understand it. You get. So that director too has an intellectual property rights to claim in the film. So at the end of the day, when you have brought all these people together, what's the next thing for you to do? You need to give them an agreement indicating that by virtue of the fact that I've paid you this so amount, you have transferred all the intellectual property in this film to me, right? That's where you get your cast agreements. That's where you get your crew agreements, right? And also, you use locations that are not yours, right? All these people that owns the location, tomorrow, they can wake up and sue you, right, for infringement that, oh, you didn't seek and obtain my permission before you used my space. Oh, my picture appeared in the location that you used, right? So you need to clear the locations that you are using to, if the locations are not your own property. They can sue you for trespass, right? They can sue you for breaking in and all sorts of civil claims that can be brought against you. So you need to ensure that you have your location agreement. Then also when you get to post 2, the editor that they are using their creativity to edit the film, cutting it appropriately. Oh, the noise is too much here. No, we need to put soundtrack here. No, we need to put B-roll here. All these people too have also contributed to the film, which means they also have some form of intellectual property in the film. So you have to make them also sign your contracts, and together with the person that is doing your score. Then if you are now using any third party's music as soundtrack, you have not entered the studio to record song. You just went online and download your favorite Kiss Daniel song and just embed it in your film, and you think it won't come for you? No, you must be joking, right? Because that is his own intellectual property. So if you are using it in your film, you must seek and obtain his permission first, right? So at all these stages where you are using people's intellectual property, where people are contributing their creativity into your film, you must assure the distributor and also the streamers that all these people that you have brought their creativity together to create one film have actually given you the permission